From selling a home to even building one, you're doing a lot and need a lender who can help you do it. Like Kelsey Fluhop of Security First Bank.
As a mortgage loan officer, I value my customers and work to make the mortgage process easy and even rewarding.
Mortgage lending from Security First Bank. We're the bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 505011 and 1730635.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Your Lincoln forecast today, some patchy fog is possible this morning. Otherwise, lots of sunshine in the forecast today. Can't rule out a slight storm chance later in the day, too. We'll see a high of around 96. Tonight, mostly clear skies expected with a low of around 74. And tomorrow, another sunny and hot day in the forecast. We'll see a high of 101. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleckner for 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
This is The Deep End with Nebraska diver Reagan Hinzig and Nebraska swimmer Madison Ronquillo on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, man. I was only gone a week and I'm forgetting how to do this. Okay. I'm Reagan. Wow. All right. Welcome to The Deep End on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Reagan Hinzig. If you'd like to call in, we have the Honda of Lincoln hotline at 402-464-5685. And if you'd like to text in, we also have the Starter Hammond text line also at 402-464-5685. We are also video streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and Discord.
Got him. That's all.
Yes.
Didn't lose it. Didn't lose it.
I don't know, man. I stuttered a couple times.
I kind of put you on the spot too. I was just like, all right, go. It is tricky when you're gone for a little bit, like that intro, that's a mouthful. So then when you just like caught off guard, you're like, oh yeah, I better call out all these things real quick.
Well, yeah. And then when I don't know if you can hear it, but when I'm home, even if it's for like a couple days, my twang starts twanging.
I wasn't going to say anything because I thought it might be offensive, but you got a little more Southern twang to you today.
Yeah, it'll go away in like a week or two. But I was talking to my friend the other day. And I was like, sorry if my twang is bad. And he was like, nah, it's fine. And then I go, so we went to Boot Barn. And he was like, okay, that was bad.
There.
That was bad.
What is like Texas twang? Is that like a lot of ma'am and miss down there?
Yeah, manners are really big.
I was going to say.
But my grandpa lives in East Texas. And East Texas has a much thicker accent, I'd say, than like where I live. And so I went and visited him. And after like 15 minutes, I was talking like him.
Yeah, the Southern draw.
Oh, yeah. Slow. Twangy.
What part of East Texas?
He's from Nacogdoches.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. What's the major city near it?
There's not.
Kind of out by its own.
Yeah, it's like 50 or 60 miles from the Louisiana border.
Oh, okay. So that would be south.
Out there.
Yeah. You're anywhere near Louisiana, you're gonna get that twang.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you did that. That was your you drove to Texas. What day did you leave?
I left last Sunday and I got back yesterday.
And how was your drive?
The drive there wasn't that bad. I always hate driving through Dallas just because I don't know how to drive through Dallas. And so I need my GPS.
Yeah.
And it's like you're going the speed limit is like 70, but Texas drivers go way faster than the speed limit. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
And then so I look down at my phone on my GPS and it's like in 0.2 miles, take a sharp right. And I'm like, oh my,
At 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, slams on brakes. So it's just like you have to pay attention. And then if you miss an exit, you're kind of screwed for like another hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah. Because isn't Dallas the one with like one of the worst road infrastructures? Like, don't they have like a huge multi-lane, just one massive road that goes into it?
Yeah. And I hate, like, I'm usually in the fastest lane.
Yeah.
Just because some people like to go super fast and then they like to slam on their brakes. In Dallas especially, there have been times where I'm going on the highway and somebody is at a dead stop in the middle of the highway.
That sounds so dangerous.
So I'm usually in the fastest lane, and I hate how their medians are like cinder blocks.
Oh yeah.
But I also hate when I'm sandwiched in between one of those and an 18-wheeler. Because I'm not a claustrophobic person, but that scares me.
Yeah, I do. I still get nervous passing semis because I'm always just thinking, like, especially if I'm driving like a lowrider car, I'm like, oh, please tell me you see me, and then I always just gun it past them. Especially if you got to like try never to pass on the right of a semi, because that's always a really bad blind spot for them. But like if you're ever in those situations where you have to, I get nervous. Oh yeah, you just have to gun it because they can't see you, especially if you're in a car. Like if you're on their left side, as long as they check their mirrors, they'll see you. But if you're on the right side, that's why they call it death lane. Like, don't even try it. Like, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that in Dallas.
Yeah, I ate lunch with my grandma on the way back, and she lives in like the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And she's like, Dallas isn't that bad to me. But I was like, but that's because you know the area.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the area, and a lot of people were telling me that they have like the smart thing in their car to where the GPS is just like right next to their steering wheel.
That'd be
but I put
essential.
I put it on my dash. I'm like, I put it in front of my speedometer, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going.
That's sometimes just how you have to do it. I can't imagine being in an era where I'd have to stop and pull up a map. I don't think I could get through any major city without it taking a full day.
A full day?
I mean, it depends. If I'm going across town, I'd have to stop a lot. I don't know what my map reading skills. It might take a full day to get there because I don't think I've ever just pulled out a map and read it. Maybe one time. Don't think I could tell you. I was reading it very well.
Was it upside down?
Probably. I was like 7, so there's a good chance. I didn't know my compass directions, so I think my mom was just like, "Oh yeah, you're getting it right. You're taking me to the right place," but she was probably just not paying attention. Just knew how to get there herself.
Oh yeah, but when I went home. I left a lot later than I usually do. I usually leave at like 6:30 or 7, so I get home when it's still light outside. But last Sunday I left at like 10:30.
Ooh.
And so I didn't get home until like 10:30, and I stopped a lot more times than I usually stop.
Yeah.
So it was just, I thought that was the worst, gonna be the worst drive, but the way back was way worse, way worse.
Yeah, you told me we were before the show started. You said you had to take a power nap.
Yeah,
on the side of the road.
No, I pulled into a truck stop, but it was like
smart.
I was like 50 miles out from Oklahoma City. And I was like, all right, where's this next small town where I can find like a gas station? And then the mile marker showed up and it was like, Oklahoma City, 56. And I was like, I cannot make it to Oklahoma City. Like, I'm falling asleep at the wheel.
Dangerous.
And so I just pulled into a truck stop, turned my car off, and set an alarm for 20 minutes. And my friend called me in that time frame and I didn't answer her. And she was like freaking out. She's like,
thought you were in a wreck
yeah,
somewhere.
she was like, oh, is she dead? Is she okay? Like, why isn't she answering? And I called her back and she was like, you scared the crap out of me. And I was like, I'm sorry, I was napping.
She's got that parent instinct where if you're driving and you don't answer, she just assumes.
Yeah, well, she knew
worst.
I wasn't busy.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But then Oklahoma, I feel like, is always... Kansas is the worst part of the drive aesthetically because there's quite literally nothing to look at.
Yeah, there's not very much pretty landmarks, that's for sure.
I mean, on the way home, it's like hours 2 through 4, so it's fine. But on the way back, it's like hours 8 through 10,
and it's nothing.
And you're like, I need something pretty to look at, or else I'm not gonna be able to finish this drive.
Yeah, are you a good nighttime driver?
No.
No. You
You
lose concentration.
As soon as the sun goes down, I'm probably asleep.
Oh man, that is a dangerous.
Yeah.
And it took you said normally it takes 12, but it took you 14
It took
with all
me-
the stops this time.
Yeah, it took me 14 hours because Oklahoma was, oh my gosh, talk. Oklahoma, Oklahoma had a lot of construction going on.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of one-way highways where the speed limit is usually 75 and we were going 30, or we were at a complete standstill at one point. And I was like, I'm never getting here. And it took me 7.5 hours to get from home to Oklahoma City, and it usually takes me 6. And I was like, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. I'm not making it home. I still have another 6 hours to go. So
That's brutal. I always used to complain about the drive because I thought 3 hours was bad.
yeah.
But now it's just like Carter's from not Fargo. Is it Fargo, North Dakota? I suppose you probably wouldn't know. Carter's from North Dakota. You're from Texas, and you get to UNL and you have all these people saying they're driving 12 plus hours. You're like, I'm just not going to complain about my drive anymore.
I mean, there are people that I know that complain about an hour drive, saying that's a long drive. So, I mean,
an hour,
yeah,
I guess.
like here to Omaha.
Oh, that's an easy drive though. I feel like because you can just fly. You can definitely cut it under an hour.
Yeah.
Especially where I live. I live like right on the edge of town, so it takes me like 30, 40 minutes to get there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I get the speed, but it kind of sucks when I have to come across town for anything else. Because I'm literally on the furthest corner of Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know where the Lancaster Event Center is?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm literally right next to it.
Okay,
So
I live
the
around there
edge.
too.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm up in that region. There's not a lot up there though.
So
I
do you
will
live
say
in like
that.
Havelock?
No, close to Havelock. Villa's at Mahoney Park. So literally it'd be to the south of Lancaster Event Center, like that row of villas, that's mine.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
not the row, but I live in one of those villas.
Yeah. You just own every single villa on the street.
I work there, but I don't own anything. But yeah, what else have you been up to since the last time? Because I know we had Bach on the last show. You guys still had the show, right?
Last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you guys talk about last time?
I was not here last time. I was home.
Okay, so I was getting my car fixed. I'll save that for the highs and lows, though.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we do that second segment.
We
Yeah, we'll
usually do
save
it first, but we can do it next.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
usually at the very beginning.
Yeah, because it was I had a really horrible. I went home last week too, and I'll get into it more, but it was another tough.
Okay. Yeah, last week, Madison had JoJo and Caitlin Cairns, who we call Cece, on, and they were about to leave for Futures, which was their last long course meet of the season.
Okay,
So-
where was that at?
University of Minnesota.
Okay.
But I don't know how everybody did individually, but we are the swimmers as a team won, so that's
That's
cool.
pretty good, yeah.
And now they get to go home for the rest of the summer.
So is that just like a meet that you sign up yourself, or is that just like college athletes showing up to it?
No. Over the summer, the swimmers swim with Club Husker, which is the swim team that practices out of Devaney.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
they're affiliated with the club, and then they go
So what's the next big thing on your calendar that you gotta get ready for?
start a season.
What's the date for that?
Wait, the schedule hasn't been released yet, so I don't know. But usually it's around the first weekend of October, and then we have our inter squad meet the weekend before.
Okay, so you're like a month out, not even
I'd
before
say,
you meet, at least
I'd say about 2 months out.
2 months. Oh, it's like late October.
No, isn't it the beginning
Oh.
of August?
Yeah, beginning of November.
What? August, September, October. 2 months until our first meet usually.
I need to look at my months. I completely forgot. Every time that's like one of those spots where I honestly have to start at the beginning. Every time.
I have to count which days have 31 or which months have 31 days in them sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like that one's more understandable though.
Okay.
Because that one trips people up. Because like maybe I'm just like speaking for myself again. But yeah, definitely need to learn the months here. But no, so you got that coming up pretty quick here. And then what's the training usually look like as you're getting into it?
Training like over the school year would probably be we have weights in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then after weights we have morning practice for about an hour and a half, and then we have classes, and then we come back for afternoon practice every day from like 2 to like 4:30-ish. It might run a little longer because there's more of us this year, but yeah.
How many divers do you got on the roster?
We have 2 coming in, so we have 4.
Okay. Is that pretty low for normal, or is that usually what we roll with?
I feel like it's pretty standard. When I came in here, I'm the last diver to come in.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I'm going into my 4th season.
So you're the
and
veteran on the
yeah,
roster?
yeah, but it's gonna be weird because I've never had anybody come in after me. So it's just like not weird, but like a different experience.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to take a veteran role? Or are you just gonna are you
I'm just
more
gonna
lead by example or are you vocal?
I'm not a very vocal person. Me being on this is getting me out of my comfort zone and
I was gonna
talking.
say, I was like, that's surprising. You got your
Yeah.
own radio show.
Yeah, I'm not a very much of a talker. But I don't know, me and Sarah, we do feel Sarah's very vocal.
Mm.
And so I like to get in and I'm a hard worker. And so that's how I show, like, that's how I lead people. And she leads people by like, if they're slacking, she'll call them out and be like, hey, that's not what we do here.
That's honestly good. I feel like you need like you can't have everyone be vocal leaders.
Yeah.
Because that's just gonna make everyone pissed after
yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
Everyone's just constantly on each other. You definitely need some guys that are just straight example. And then
Yeah.
like a couple fire starters that are just barkers that will just yell when they don't see the right effort going forward.
Yeah. When I was being recruited, they were like, what kind of athlete are you? And I was like, I don't know what that question means. Like, do you mean like, am I coachable? Or what do you mean? And they're like, just like, how do you practice? And I'm like, honestly, I just like to put my head down and get to work. Like, it's not social hour for me. Well, like, I will talk and I will have fun, but like at the end of the day, I'm there to work.
Right.
So
you're not like a robot, but
no,
you're
I'm not
there
a robot.
to work.
I don't know. I like if I get on the board, that's like when my switch turns on. So like from when I walk onto the board to when I dive, it's like, all right, I'm at practice. But like if I'm waiting to get on the board, then yeah, I'll have a conversation or something. But yeah, I guess that's how I practice.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good answer though, because I don't know what that is a tricky answer. I wouldn't know what they'd all get for answers on that.
Well, then that was like 16, 17-year-old me, and 16, 17-year-old me was too shy to even go through a drive-through.
Wait, hold on.
You can ask my mom. If my mom is listening, you can call in because she literally talked about this last week where she was like, I can't believe you have your own radio show and you're a music major. Like you were junior and senior year of high school, you wouldn't even go through a drive-through by yourself.
Okay, if you're listening, call up the Honda of Lincoln hotline, 402-464-5685, because I kind of want to dive deeper on that. So why were you so paranoid about the drive-through?
I don't know. I just like did not like talking to people. Like somebody would say hi to me and my face would turn as red as your sweatshirt or as red as the wall behind you. Like I could not.
So could you go inside in
No,
order?
my dad, when I was little, asked me to go into a Walgreens and like ask the lady like where something was, and I literally had a mental breakdown. Like I cried.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
It's
but that's
fine.
crazy.
Like I don't know. I'm so glad I'm like out of that stage of my life because
I would
I don't
be
think
too.
I'd be able to function as an adult if I couldn't.
So when you first got to college, was most of that anxiety kind of away, or were you still working on it?
I'd say it's about half and half. COVID obviously didn't help.
Oh yeah.
But now I feel like ever since I changed my major-ish, like I've gotten more outgoing and I've gotten less like stage frighty.
Yeah.
Because it would take everything in my power to have me perform on stage.
Which is crazy.
Which
you're
it's
pretty talented.
Oh, thanks. But it's literally gonna be my job. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, shape up. Come on.
Gotta
like
do
this
it.
is your career that you want to do. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to be able to interact with people.
So do you think there's like do you remember a day that the day you conquered the drive-through?
It was probably Taco Bell, to be honest.
Taco Bell?
Yeah, there's a Taco Bell right across the street from my high school. And so everybody would go there after school. And I think it was actually before one of my choir rehearsals that like me and my friends walked into Taco Bell and I was like, can I get a
Just shaky voice.
Oh yeah. But we're good now.
That's crazy. I can't say I've met someone that had that. I remember people when they first get their driver's license or learner's permit, they're a little awkward about the drive-through because they're like, oh, I don't know.
Don't want to hit the curb.
Yeah, they're
type
just
thing.
like nervous about like pulling up to the windows.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like talking to people for their job to order food. That seems, I guess though, everyone's got their anxieties.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I was such a shy person though. Like
You don't seem like it now. Like, there's no way, if I would take a guess, there's no way I would have guessed you're shy.
Yes.
I'd say you conquered it, because
Please send me this clip of this recording, because I'm gonna send it to my dad.
okay, I'll cut it up for you
Thanks.
as proof that you conquered your anxiety.
Oh.
Was there ever a point where they're like nudging you, like, "Hey, you should speak more," or
Well,
no?
okay. I don't know if you know, like, People to People. It's like an ambassador's trip thing.
Okay.
But I got offered to do it, but in between my 6th and 7th grade year, I think, 2013. And I went with 45 other people to Canada, and I bussed around Canada for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And my parents let me go, and I literally cried on the phone to them every day. And as soon as my freshman year of high school started, they were like, I was like, I want to go out of state. Like, I just want to explore more. And they're like, okay, well, you're gonna have to talk more.
Break out of the shell a
if
little
we let
bit.
you go a little farther than wherever you go in Texas.
Speaking of which, I do think there's a chance. I don't know if it's one of your parents or not, but we do have a guest on the phone. Do you want to take it?
Sure.
All right, you are on 93.7 The Ticket. Who is this?
This is Reagan's mom.
All right, this
Hi,
is
Mom.
perfect. I kind of want to go back a little bit and talk about her drive-through anxiety that she was going through. Were you aware of how anxious she'd get about the drive-through?
Yes, I could not understand it because I knew how hungry she was, and it's like, do you want to eat? Then you got to order. But she would just sit there and, like, after her 4-hour dive practices at 4 to 8 p.m. after a long day at school, I know she's starving, so we would sit there and she would just refuse to just tell the lady what she wanted to order. So of course I gave in because we needed to get home, and the drive was an hour and 15 minutes away. But yeah, I was like, I'm so glad that it was just fun to see her, come out of that and, I guess conquer that growing up. It's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, I would never have guessed that she was shy when I first got to know her.
You hear that?
That's great. I love hearing that. That makes my day.
So was there a moment where you kind of saw that she's like, okay, she's breaking out of her shell now, like the anxiety's gone?
Well, I guess the fact that she has this radio show is the biggest thing. Like, the first time, I heard her on the show, and I'm like, wow, this is a girl who wouldn't, order from the drive-through or, go in and, like, ask directions somewhere or, even talk to a stranger. And now she's talking on the radio, which is really awesome. So I think that was my, like, really moment where I'm like, yes, she's broken through. So
I just remember like after being on Talking Tens and like DP offering us this show, I told my mom, and she was like, there's no way you're gonna talk for an hour. There's no way. And now I'm doing it. So
now look at us now.
But I'm telling you, like, she needs to be singing the anthem at the swim and dive meet. Like, the girl can sing.
Yeah,
so
I'll
if you
second
can
that.
help me get that happening, that would be awesome.
I told Molly I'd sing the national anthem at her senior meet. So this senior day, watch out.
Okay.
Oh, you do got one coming up.
I haven't told the coaches yet, but Molly said for my going away present or something, all I want you to do is sing the national anthem at senior day.
So you nervous for that?
Terrified.
I love Molly. Great job, Molly. Yes.
I just think it's way harder to sing in front of people you know than people you don't know. So that's why I'm more nervous than anything, because
That's true.
I'll know half the people there.
Yeah, that's very true. I'd much rather.
Oh, here comes DP.
Yeah, we got the boss. We got the boss in here.
Mom, we're gonna make this happen. I'm gonna start the social media drive like tonight, and it'll just say, "Let Reagan sing." And
Let's do it.
let's do it. Like, yeah, we're gonna get everybody. We're gonna get everybody.
Oh no.
It has to happen now.
We're
So
stopping.
no-
We're stopping at a swim and
It's
dive
not
meet
an
though.
option, Reagan. It's not going to be an option.
Football,
No.
basketball,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
No.
Memorial
baseball,
Stadium.
baseball.
No.
Yeah, baseball. Opening tip. Tournament time. Let's get it.
That'd be great.
Oh no.
Look how red she
how
is.
red's my face right
Look how
now.
red
You're
she
getting
is.
red.
That's fantastic.
You're looking
That
like
is
this
so
wall behind me.
fantastic. That is
That's
so
what
good.
this is what I used to look like when somebody would say hi to me.
Yeah, you did that the first time you met me.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, she's drowning. But I knew this would be good for you. So do your thing, Mom. We're gonna get her. We'll start the campaign.
That's great news. That's great news.
See,
I can't wait.
gonna call Trev. We'll call Trev Alberts. Let him know.
Oh no.
That'd be great though.
This is gonna be awesome.
Can you imagine?
You have that evil
That is
scientist
so
laugh
cool.
going on.
So cool. That is so cool. This is gonna happen. I like it when a plan comes into play. Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially live on air. Nothing better.
Right.
Nothing better than setting the foundation on
For
live
you.
airwaves.
Yeah.
I've had to. Well, we'll find out. One of these days, I'll get caught on air having to do something. But until then, we got to make this happen. And the wheels are already in motion.
Okay.
It'll be great too, though. You can conquer even more fears.
Great.
With that being said, though, we do got to get to a break here. Unless does Mom want to stay on for another segment, or you got things to do?
Oh, either way, I'm listening to the whole thing. So you tell me.
Okay, great. We'll keep you on for the next segment here. We do got to throw out the break here, though, as we're setting the plans in motion here for Reagan to sing in front of some of these sporting events. She's already got one coming up. We'll talk about that more, maybe some other things on the next segment here, right here on 93.7 The Ticket. This is The Deep End. I'm Harrison Arns along with Reagan. We'll be right back after this.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Here's to days spent roaming and to sleeping beneath the stars, to casting another line and letting time float by. From Shadron State Park to Indian Cave State Park and every recreation area, historical and state park in between. Here's to your adventures, your memories. Here's to going out and enjoying your Nebraska state parks. Plan your next trip today at yournebraskaparks.org. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Let's do it. Let's get away. Let's go outside, cast a line, and reel in good times with our family and friends. Get a little peace, quiet, and relaxation, and make some memories that will last a lifetime. Let's do it. Let's Fish Nebraska. Start planning your fishing trip today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
The Ticket Water Cooler with Jake Bockelvin and Nathan Brennan.
Let's take it a step further. If Nebraska wins the division, that means they go to the Big Ten championship. They win the Big Ten championship, that means they go to the playoff. They go to the playoff, now we're cooking with gas. I don't agree with you. I don't know what to tell you. That's ridiculous.
Weekdays from 3 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Back to the deep end with Reagan and Madison on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the deep end. I am Harrison Arns along with Regan. If you want to chime in here at all, feel free to hit up the Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685, or you can also call in at the Honda of Lincoln hotline, same number. But we do still have Reagan's mom on the line. She is still with us. Last segment, we were kind of talking about potentially getting Reagan to sing in some of these sporting events. Mom, what do you think? Is there legitimate chance we can make this happen?
I mean, you guys would have to lead the charge on that, but
we can do that.
I think it would be great. I think at least once for every sport.
Oh no, why did you put that idea out there? I feel like if you get me to do it, especially at like the bigger sports, it's gonna have to be like, okay, you're singing in 15 minutes. Get down on the field or on the court because you gotta go. And I'll be like, so I don't have to dwell on it.
Is it one of those things though where if you start singing, the anxiety will kind of go away once you're into it?
I don't know, man. I'd say yeah, but then what?
We got her music professor to make that like to her grade.
They can't do that.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I like the idea though. Try to get some extra credits on that.
There you go. Yes, extra credit. How about that?
But yeah, you have. What did you say your first one? You're going to sing for the senior day.
Yeah.
And how's the nerves on that one? Because you said you like singing in front of strangers more than.
I like singing in front of strangers more than I like singing in front of people I know, but I've never sang in front of almost 90,000 strangers. So.
That makes sense. We also have a texter. He says, I'm a karaoke host. My best singing is in front of strangers. Tip is to not look directly at anyone. Look above their head or something on the back wall.
Yeah.
So we got some advice.
I went to a master class last semester and I look like a brick wall when I'm singing. We've really been working on it. But one of the ladies said that try to make it look like there's a bug crawling on the back wall wherever you're standing.
That makes sense though. then you're just focused on that, not looking at the people.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I have a very tough time. I'm not the guy that's going to get up and do karaoke. So if you can, well, you definitely can sing. So you don't got to worry about people judging your singing. You just got to get rid of the anxiety.
Yeah.
That's the only thing at this point.
Yeah.
It's doable.
Sure.
Yeah. I think you got to play yourself up a little bit more because it can definitely be an awesome thing to do.
Yeah, but senior day isn't until the end of February.
So you got time.
I got time. But
Time
if
to breathe.
DP wants me to do it once at every sporting event, that's before senior day.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to build myself up with the audiences, and swim and dive would be the smallest audience.
You can.
Those are that's that you know the most people in. So
Not necessarily.
Other sports be practicing that February each.
What about like a Lincoln Salt Dogs game?
Oh man, why do we keep throwing things out here? My mom's loving this.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It's
She's
good.
She's like, get this in motion and I'll fly out every single time.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that though. But I guess we could switch gears here and go to highs and lows of the week.
You want me to go first or you want to go first?
Yeah, we'll let you go. Regan's mom, I appreciate your input, and we will do our best to get this in motion. DP, the boss, he's already on it. He's got connections, so it's looking promising.
Thanks for calling,
Absolutely.
Mom.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. Feel free to call back anytime.
Right.
All right.
Here.
Bye.
That was Regan's mom, but we are going to switch gears here. Highs and lows of the week. You want to start?
Sure. High of the week. I got to see my grandma and my cousins and my aunt. And I don't know what the family term is, but my cousin's kids. Do you know what that term is in the family?
Cousins' kids?
Yeah. Is that like second? Because I feel second cousin?
I think so.
Anyway, I got to see them, and I saw my grandma last time at Christmas, but I haven't seen like my aunt and my cousins and all them in like 2 years. So it was nice to see them. And then low for the week. Oh, I couldn't train when I was home, so I did CrossFit with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And on Wednesday, we had to do 90 burpee box jumps.
Oh.
That's my low for the week. Mom, if you're still listening, I'm still sore from that.
I would be too. I think burpees are up there for one of the worst workouts.
My mom loves them. She's like, I like them because I know everybody else is going to be dreading them, but I still beat her, so it's fine.
That's impressive. She did 92 though?
She did. Okay, it was 6 rounds of a 250 meter row, 15 burpee box jumps, 20 kettlebell swings, and 50 double unders, which is like the jumping rope, but the rope goes under twice.
Okay.
And there was a 32-minute time cap. And so I got through 5 full rounds, the 6th round 250 meter row, and the 15 burpee box jumps, and my mom just got through the row. So I beat her. She only did 75 burpee box jumps.
That's
which
still pretty good.
I think she's winning in that aspect, but I did 90.
Hey, that's pretty good though. 75. I don't think I could do 75 right now. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
On top of everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, I want to hear the infamous car story.
Okay. We'll start with my high and
Okay.
then we'll go into it. So
Okay.
my high, I went back home again, went up to the lake. There's a nice golf course up there. Just beautiful. Great day. Wasn't too hot out yet. We got there a little earlier. Golf was okay, but it's just always nice to go back home and play on those courses.
Yeah.
And then my low for the week, if you guys didn't notice, you weren't here last week, but ticket weeknights, I was not there. I was stuck at home 3 hours away. I was about not too far out. Car broke down. And then, of course, with my Jeep, it's always the engine light flashing. It's never something easy. Turned out to be a fuel injector, which is not cheap.
No.
So, and especially with my car, the way you have to do it, you really have to dismantle the top a lot to get to it. So the labor just skyrocketed on the repair. It was just tough. And it's happened multiple times. I think that's my 3rd fuel injector replaced. I did it one time by myself, and it was a huge pain in the butt. And so I didn't want to pay because it was like $900 to get it fixed in Lincoln. I thought going home would be cheaper, which it was, but it was still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I really should have just replaced all of them because I promised that I'm probably gonna have 2 more fail on me soon.
No.
So yeah, the Jeep Commander, I want to get rid of it so bad. It's just once it got to 160,000 miles, it's just become the biggest piece of crap. It really
What's
can't
it
keep
at
up.
now?
173 probably.
Okay.
But it's just constantly something's wrong with it. I have essentially a Christmas tree for a dashboard.
Nice.
Yeah, it's my tire sensors are busted, so my ABS comes on. Which and then my traction control comes on. So sometimes when I'm driving, my traction control just kicks on, and then it like kind of does like a little jump.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then yeah, every day I just cross my fingers and hope I don't see that engine light.
Oh.
But it was a free car, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't remember where I was going last week, but I was on 27th and I saw the new decked out van.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, but I saw it before they announced anything. And so I did like a double take and I was like, when did the channel get a car? And then like 2 hours later they were like introducing the new decked out van. And I was like, I saw it before.
Yeah, I had to do double. I didn't even know. I just came to work one day and I was like, is that ours? That looks pretty nice. And then I saw on Twitter and I was like, okay, they announced it. Good. Because I almost took a picture of it and then I was like, ooh, I better not.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the new van now. So if you see the ticket van going around, it's pretty noticeable. It looks pretty good. It was a good finish. I can't remember who did it, which is a bummer because they deserve a shout out because it's a good job.
DP, if you know, you want to walk in here real quick?
Yeah, shout them out if DP knows. But yeah, super cool. So if you see, it's a white van and it's got like just plays kind of going across it.
Yeah.
93.7 ticket doing a little bit of rebranding lately.
Yeah.
On their Twitter is new. Like outside, I don't know if you noticed on the window, they redid that.
I did.
But it's getting we're doing some nice work, some cosmetic work.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I don't know, do you have any other lows? I know you had Texas. I thought that was for sure going to be your low, the drive where you had to take power naps in between just to get home safely.
I mean, it was a low, but I think the burpee box jumps were worse.
I think I'd be, oh man, I don't think I could. My biggest weakness is definitely just lifting and different types of cardio. I just like to run in a straight line for as far as I can.
I'd say my weakness is cardio in general. So
just no cardio.
No, you should see what we do at practice. We don't do very much cardio.
That's true. You guys say you do more core work and just abs and just trying
and
to
strength.
Which makes sense because as a diver,
I don't need cardio.
Yeah, when are you running?
I mean, I need endurance just because the meets are so long, but not like being out of breath endurance.
Yeah, just like strength.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But yeah, what else did you do down in Texas while you're down there? You said you saw your family. That was your high. And then
Yeah.
What other things did you do down there?
So like I said at the beginning, I went and visited my grandpa. Wow, grandpa was really twangy.
That was southern. I was about to call you out on it and you noticed it.
I always notice.
My grandpa.
But one of my best friends from high school also lives in Nacogdoches and goes to school at Stephen F. Austin.
Okay, cool.
And so I stayed with her for a couple days and we went to her favorite spot, which is this line dancing place. And so I was like, you have to come here and I'll show you my line dancing place. So that was fun.
Are you a big line dancer?
I like the dancing scene, even though I have 2 left feet. The amount of times I stepped on people's feet this past weekend, we're not gonna talk about it.
That's part of the game when you're line dancing, though. You're probably gonna get scuffed a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm not super big on that. It just depends. Most line dancing's country, and I'm just not super big on country.
Okay, well,
actually, that's all line dancing.
I think it's
no
most
Cupid
line.
Shuffle.
And oh man, electric slide, not electric slide. We talked about
we
this.
did talk about
We have
this.
talked about this. Cha-cha slide.
Cha-cha slide. Yep, that's another one. But yeah, no, for weddings, I'm just not super big on the line dancing. I don't know why. Unless it's like a really good country song and everyone's really loving it.
Yeah. Well, here we do swing dancing and line dancing. And then there they do a lot of 2-step and line dancing. So the line dances will be in chunks of 3 songs and then the rest of it'll just be like 2-step.
Oh, okay.
So it's not as intense as like 4 straight hours of line dancing.
That's kind of what I thought was going down. I was like, that's intense.
No.
You must have to really love line dancing to do that. No, the only things I ever line danced to were in high school is just the Cupid shuffle over and over. And that's probably why I hate it. That's
Yeah.
the one where it's like to the right, to the
Yeah.
right. It's just super monotonous.
The wobble's a line dance.
Ah, that's a good one. Okay, I like the wobble. I forgot about that. That's another good one. That'd be a good question for the text line 402-464-5685. Any good line dancing songs? Because every time I think about it, I
That
only
aren't
think
country.
of country. Yeah, outside of country.
Okay, I like country.
Okay, you
So-
can name country ones too.
Okay.
What's your favorite country song to do the line dance to?
Oh. I probably Fake ID from the movie Footloose.
Okay, yep.
Just because it's so complicated and I still can't get it. And there are some where I'm like, I get it after the first rotation. So the fact that it's that challenging makes it my favorite.
Yeah, that's true. Do you ever do the Cotton Eye Joe where you're all just running around in a circle
Yeah.
doing the kick? I
Yeah.
don't know why, but I love that one. Everyone gets going on that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. We are going a little bit over, though. We better throw it to break here. This is the Deep End on 93.7 The Ticket. I am Harrison Arns. We are here with Reagan Hinsey. We'll be right back right after this.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Beep, beep, beep.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to the deep end with Reagan and Madison on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the deep end on 93.7 The Ticket. I'm Reagan Hinsey with Harrison Amarantz.
Got it. Nailed it.
If you'd like to call in, we have the Honda of Lincoln hotline at 402-464-5685. And if you'd like to call in or text in, we also have the Sartor Hammond text line at 402-464-5685. We are also live streaming on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Discord.
Easy. Yeah, got it that time.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah, but we were talking over the break. We do want to talk about the Desean Watson story because it's always good to have a girl talk about it because it's obviously makes more sense to get both sides. But Desean Watson is, if you haven't heard yet, he is only suspended for 6 games for this upcoming season. Another player was suspended for a season after gambling $1,500. And Desean Watson, I think it's 25 or 24 allegations. It used to be like up to 40, got it down, but still 24 allegations. How do you feel about it, that it's only a 6-game suspension?
Well, like I said over break, I saw it this morning walking back from like the fueling station.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Devaney with my teammate and I saw it on one of the big TVs in Devaney. And it was just like, Desean Watson suspended for 6 games this season. And I go, that's it? And my teammate was like, what? And I was like, Desean Watson is only suspended for 6 games. And she was like, who's that? And I was like, just read the header just read the description under the headline. And it was like 25 accusations of sexual misconduct, or I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah, it's got to be loosely phrased because every interaction was different. So
Yeah.
sexual misconduct, I think is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she was like 25. And I was like, it was higher, but it's only 6 games. And she was like, that's a slap on the wrist. And I was like, yeah.
Absolutely, just a slap on the wrist. I just couldn't believe it. The NFL still has a chance to appeal. And they better. I hope they would. I mean, I know it's about the money. Desean Watson, after practice today, he was already swarmed by fans signing autographs. So I don't know how many people care. Some people, I'm not even going to tell you you're a bad human being if you just want to play football. If you really just like keeping politics out of sports, I don't think you're a bad person. But me personally, I just think it's ridiculous that a guy with this heavy resume of sexual assault, it's 6 games just does not feel like enough to me.
I mean, he just has such a big platform and so many little kids
Mhm.
look up to him.
That's what I'm saying. They're just gonna maybe think it's fine. Like, if it just doesn't set a very good precedence. When I understand that they're very popular people, obviously they're massive superstar athletes, but like when you just let this stuff go 6 games, I honestly thought there was a chance it was going to be like 2 seasons.
Really?
It was just the numbers were ridiculous. And then this stories just kept coming out and it's like, this is really bad. and it just like made him seem like a very unmarketable guy. And it felt like the NFL should just kind of clean their hands from it. Long time suspension, but like I said, fans were swarming him for autographs. I don't know if the NFL will appeal it. I hope they do, but
I don't know.
I just don't. I think they're probably gonna chase the money.
I don't pay attention to it enough to like really form in a like, well, what's the word?
Opinion?
No, I'm trying to think of an adjective before it. Educated opinion.
Okay.
Because like I don't think it's enough of a punishment, but that's just from the few articles that I've read and the few stories that I've seen, and like obviously this morning. So I don't think I can form too much of an educated opinion on it, but that's just what I think as of right now.
Yeah, I think most people that aren't Browns fans are probably on the side of like, there's no way that he only got 6 games, because it was just such a big. I don't know. I just kind of felt like it was a slap in the face to like a lot of the other guys that get suspended for way longer for minor offenses.
Well, don't you get fined in the NFL for being late to something?
Yeah, you get fined for everything. Wearing the wrong glove color, wearing the wrong sock color. It can be anything, really.
Did he even get a fine?
I'm sure he has to pay a fine. I should look that up real quick, but actually we do got to go. But yeah, he's got. I was gonna look it up, and I was like, oh, we're going over. But no, yeah, he's only got a 6-game suspension. I'm like sure there's a fine on top of it. There's no way there's no fine. He's probably gonna have to pay something forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, it's just crazy that he only got 6 games. We'll see what happens if the NFL appeals it, but like I said, I don't know. Anyways, appreciate you guys for listening. This is Harrison Arndt. I was here with Reagan Hinsey. This is the Deep End on 93.7 The Ticket. That is it for this week. We will be back next week, correct?
Yes.
Yep, we will be back next week. Same time as always, so definitely stay tuned in. We'll have Talking Tens after this. And that's it for us.